Hi everyone, welcome to my channel Wolfenite Insights. Welcome to the season of Aquarius. Today's pick a card is going to be about the Aquarius season. We'll be asking the angels how you can anchor yourself into the energy of the season, what part of yourself you should embrace, how can you be more authentic, and how can you use your authenticity for the higher good of everyone. What habits and old systems do you need to break free from? And we'll be asking the angels, what will your life look like after embracing all these changes? So if you guys aren't aware, Aquarius energy is energy of being innovative, being free, being out there. There's a lot of people who are Aquarius and they are misunderstood because they are the outcast of these zodiac signs. Aquarius people tend to be very different. They tend to think out of the box and they don't follow the social norms, which is why they seem to feel like they don't fit anywhere. And this is the season that we have for the next month. And the importance of the season is because during the last season in Capricorn, we were just focused on our goals, on our foundations, on our boundaries. And now it's time to embrace this Aquarian season to see what changes we need to make within ourselves and around us. What did we learn from the Capricorn energy in which maybe we realized that some of our goals aren't working out? So what innovative ideas can we start using in the Aquarian season so that we can continue to create that life worth living? Also with the Aquarian season, it is an air sign and it is a fixed air sign, which means it's very much true to itself. Aquarius is the symbol and the zodiac sign of just wanting to break free and be authentic and be their true selves. A lot of Aquarian people and the energy overall is really wanting to be who they are and break away from all social norms and break away from all these old habits that aren't serving us. So Aquarius is a wonderful season to embrace that innovation, to embrace the change, and overall look within so that you can break free and be the person who you want to be. Another thing with Aquarius is they are very humanitarian. They are about the collective. And it kind of sucks for these people who are Aquarius rising signs because they are misunderstood. They actually were doing what is considered the trend way before anyone started. They're actually like the pave makers. Like they make a path that is not followed by many, and then after a couple years everyone is following along. So they do have this sense of like being misunderstood, of being like alone, but that's why they are so creative and they can think out of the box and they can really help humanity as a whole. So like I said, for this pick a card reading, we have 4 groups. Group number 1, group number 2, 3, and 4. Pick one pile or pick more than one if you're guided to pick more than one. And before you pick a pile, really ask the angels which of this pile resonates with your energy and which of these piles really resonates with the energy of Aquarius that you need to bring into your life. So if you need to pause the video, go ahead and pause, take your time, center yourself, ground yourself, and really just pick a pile or pick more than one in which you're guided that you know this is the energy of Aquarius that you need to embrace during this season. So with that, guys, I do offer private readings. You can find the link to my Etsy shop in the description box down below. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed already, go ahead and subscribe. It really helps my channel grow. And if you love these messages, go ahead and share this to your friends and families so that the message can be out there. And as a collective, we can all grow together, embrace our authentic selves, and break ourselves free from what society deems what is normal and what is not normal, because those are just old boxes that we no longer need to fit in. But yeah, you guys, I'm excited for this reading. And if you've already picked your pile, you can find the timestamps in the description box down below, and we'll get started. Hi, group number 1. Welcome to your reading. Today we are doing an Aquarius season energy reading. We're going to be asking the universe how you can anchor yourself into the energy of the Aquarius. What part of yourself should you embrace? How can you be more authentic? How can you use your authenticity for the higher good? What old habits and old systems do you need to break free from? And what will your life look like once you embrace these changes? So the first card that we have here is the Ace of Water. So the angels are letting you know that in order for you to anchor yourself into the season of Aquarius, you need to fall in love with yourself. You need to fall in love with everything that you are and who you are. You need to really look at yourself with eyes of compassion, with eyes of curiosity. Just because you've already created this mold or this identity of who you are doesn't mean that's truly who you are. You are multifaceted. You are multidimensional in a way that you can't get stuck in just one box, and you're not just what these people think of you. You are someone who is creative, someone who is adventurous, someone who just enjoys to have fun and likes to change. You're like a chameleon. And in order for you to anchor yourself into this energy group number 1, you need to embrace that. And in order to embrace that, you really need to stop hiding from yourself and hiding who you are. And you need to just fall in love with yourself. That's really the message that I'm getting. The next card that we have here is the Queen of Earth. So for this card, group number 1, the angels want you to embrace your sensitivity. They want you to embrace your creativity, because in that sensitivity and that creativity, there is power, there is life, and there is hundreds and thousands of possibilities. Group number 1, the angels really want you to know that with embracing just your sensitivity and your thoughtfulness and just your personality of being kind to others is something very beautiful. Is something in which you can create anything that you want, because from creativity stems life. That's something that the angels really want you to know and understand. Another thing that I'm getting, group number 1, is that embrace also, if you are a planner, I'm getting some of you guys are planners and organizers, embrace that, because with being a planner and organizing yourself, you are able to, plan for the future, but also be open to change. That's something that I'm getting. And with that, you'll be able to just embrace yourself and be happy and understand how beautiful life really is with just being in the present moment. The next card that we have is how can you be more authentic? Group number 1 is the 3 of Earth. With the 3 of Earth, the angels want you to know is that you are a team player, and the person that you are, that sensitivity and the creativity that you have is something that is going to get you recognized by many others. And in order for you to be more authentic, I'm getting that you need to surround yourself with people that embrace your sensitivity, that embrace your thoughtfulness and your creativity. Stop hanging around those people that just make fun of you for being a sensitive person. Stop dealing with the people that just say, oh, you're too sensitive, or oh, it was just a joke. No, the angels want you to walk away from those people and start surrounding yourself with people that embrace who you are and your sensitivity, because with that, group number 1, you'll feel safe enough to embrace yourself and love yourself, respect yourself, and just overall be happy where you are in this moment in life, group number 1. Now the next card that we have here is How can your authenticity help the higher good? We have the 4 of air. So group number 1 with the 4 of air, the angels want you to know that your sensitivity helps others feel seen, help others feel understood. And in this world where there's so much separation, your thoughtfulness, your sensitivity, and your creativity is helping other people have hope that there's still good people out there, that there's still people that care. You're truly making an impact in people's lives when you talk to them, when you interact with them, because with your your being sensitive, thoughtful, and creative, you're really being that light, and you're helping others truly feel seen. A lot of the drama, the conflict that happens in this world is because of fear, and because you are sensitive and you are warm and thoughtful towards others, you are vanishing away that fear that many people have, those distrust issues that other people have. When you are out in the world, group number 1, the angels want you to know that you are making an impact in all these people's lives, because you're changing their perspectives of thinking that people cannot be trusted, people are just selfish, and they only care about themselves. And with your warmness and your sensitivity, you're changing that in the masses. And that's something quite beautiful, group number 1. You should be proud of yourself, because this is something that humanity as a whole needs. They need to start believing and trusting in the people one more time, because of all of the separation, social media, the algorithm, everything that's happening. We are all so separate from one another only because of fear, and your sensitivity is bringing love into the lives of people. Your sensitivity is helping people really stand their ground, feel that they are seen. Group number 1, you don't understand how much that makes an impact in other people. A lot of people go through lives feeling that they're not understood, that they're not heard, and that they don't matter. But when they bump into you, or with you just being who you are and just showing it to the world, you are opening their eyes and making them realize that there is still good people in this earth, that there is people that they can trust, there is people that care, therefore inspiring them to be like that, sensitive, caring, warm, thoughtful, and creative. And that's something very beautiful, and that's something that the angels don't want you to stop. Group number 1, you are making an impact with your sensitivity. Now the next card that we have is what old habits and systems you need to break free from. We have the release card. With this, group number 1, I'm getting that it is important for you to let go of old patterns, let go of codependency behaviors, and most importantly, learn to step into your assertive power. They don't want you to be a pushover or a people pleaser. They want you to stand your ground and be assertive while balancing that kindness, that warmth, and that sensitivity, group number 1. With the release card, group number 1, they also want you to really break away from the patriarchal norms. They really want you to break away from the idea of how things are supposed to look like. So what I'm getting now is like how success is supposed to look like, how happiness is supposed to look like, and also in what stages of your life are you supposed to be, your career fulfilled, or graduated from college, or retired, things like that. They want you to let go of those ideas of like, oh, by this age, usually everyone is married with kids. They want you to let go of that, because you are an individual, and your life and how you're supposed to live it isn't supposed to be the same like everyone else's. It's not supposed to be like, oh, because your friend is married or because your friend got divorced, that means you need to as well. No, they want you to walk in your truth. And when you walk in that truth, things will start happening when they're supposed to. Things are going to happen naturally, and nothing will be forced in your life anymore. And that's going to give you a true sense of freedom, group number one. Another thing that they want you to let go of is believing that you're supposed to be happy all the time. Something that I'm getting right now that they want you to understand is that happiness is a spectrum. It's the opposite of sadness. And in life, you're going to be happy sometimes and you're going to be sad sometimes, and both those emotions are okay. You know, it's how you respond to those emotions that will make it something negative or something positive. They want you to break away from the idea that you're supposed to be happy all the time. Instead, they want you to find a balance between each emotion. And when you find that balance, you'll be in a place of contentment and of peace. And that's going to help you have that stability that you're so upset with because you are sensitive. Group number one, that's something that I'm really getting. And another thing that I'm getting right now is to let go of your fears. Remember, your fears are just not that they're fake or illusions, but there's always something you can do to fight those fears, as in like you can problem solve. That's what I'm getting, group number one. The angels want you to know that when you're afraid, know that you can think of a solution to help you feel safe. And to also, with you loving yourself and being kind to yourself, those fears are gonna just kind of melt away. But what they really want you to know, group number one, is the fears that you have, if you really sit down with them and you think about them, you can problem solve and find a solution for them. Okay, group number one. The next card that we have is, what will your life look like after embracing these changes? We have the Knight of Earth. This is actually a really beautiful card. This means that you're going to be successful, that you're going to enjoy the luxuries of life. You're going to feel completely free and grounded, and your sensitivity is no longer going to be a burden. Instead, it's going to be something that people look forward to. It's going to be something that you are able to use as a career or as like helping others. What I'm really getting, group number one, is once you're able to embrace yourself and embrace these changes, know that life is going to get very easy and you're going to feel like you're walking in a beautiful green meadow filled with flowers and butterflies, and just feeling the beautiful earth's energy, feeling the spirit's energy, and just knowing that you are taken care of and the world is being taken care of, group number one. I'm also getting that when you're able to embrace these changes financially, you're gonna be a lot more stable. I see a lot of money, a lot of gold right now, and it's gonna be just overall a prosperous, abundant life in all aspects, with friends, with relationships, with job opportunities. For those that want to travel, you won't even have to worry about money because you're gonna have enough money to travel, group number one. But this is all gonna come when you embrace yourself and you make these changes. Lastly, group number one, I'm getting that just because it looks dark right now, it doesn't mean it is dark. It just means that with giving yourself some love and embracing that unconditional love from the universe, you're going to just set yourself free, and all those judgments that people placed on you, they're not going to matter and you're not going to care. And honestly, that is the most freeing and loving thing you could do for yourself, group number one. And yeah, I'll end your reading there. I hope this helped. If you feel like this reading can help someone else, go ahead and share this video. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't done so already, subscribe to my channel. It really does help me grow. Thank you so much for my subscribers that I already have. I truly enjoy reading your comments. And if you made it this far, you can go ahead and leave a little butterfly comment below. And if you'd like a private personal reading, I do offer those. You could find the link to my Etsy shop in the description box down below. Thank you so much, guys, and until next time, bye-bye. Hi, group number two, welcome to your reading. Today we are doing an Aquarius season reading in which we are asking the angels what you can do to anchor yourself to this Aquarius season energy. What part of yourself should you embrace? How can you be more authentic? How can your authenticity help the higher good? What old habits and systems do you need to break free from? And what will your life look like when you embrace these changes? So the first card that we have here is patience. So group number 2, in order to anchor yourself into the Aquarius season, you need to be more patient. You need to just embrace divine timing. That's really what I'm getting. That they want you to understand that if you were to get things right away, it's not that you won't appreciate it, but you won't learn all the little fine steps that you needed to learn before getting whatever it is that you want to get. They want you to know that with patience comes virtue, and with patience comes understanding. And with that understanding comes compassion and love for others and yourself. And that's something that they want you to understand in order for you to anchor yourself in this Aquarius season. Obviously, Aquarius, like I said, very innovative, wants to be free, authentic, humanitarian. And by you applying patience during this season in particular, you're going to be able to, like I said, compassion, love, forgiveness, and understanding, which will help you grow and be your authentic self. And it will help you break free from whatever it is that you want to break free from, group number 2. The next card that we have here is what part of yourself should you embrace? So group number 2, what I'm getting here is that some of you guys are from the LGBT community and they want you to embrace that. There is nothing wrong with that. That is something that is accepted in many old cultures before religion started. Okay, group number 2, they also want you to know that the universe does not see gender. It's very much all energy, and yeah, it's just all energy, and love is love. There really is no separation at all in the universe, so they don't want you to feel ashamed or bad for who you are. They want you to embrace that part of yourself. Now, for the people that aren't LGBT, what they want you to embrace is your truth. They want you to embrace how truthful you are towards others, your honesty. Group number 2, what I'm getting is that some of you guys had to learn to be liars because of survival, because of childhood, or because of things that happened to your life. And now you're learning how to be truthful again. And you're learning how to feel safe saying your truth. For another group, for group number 2, I'm getting that for others, you guys are really blunt and you guys have no filter, and people tend to shame you and attack you because of that. And group number 2, the angels want you to know that there is nothing wrong with you being honest. There is nothing wrong with you having a filter, because in spiritual truth, everything is communicated telepathically and there are no secrets. And that's something you brought with you into this earth. So don't feel ashamed of that. So group number 2, it seems like I have 3 sets of collective little energies that I'm getting. My people that are LGBT, the universe is not judging you for being LGBT. For my other part that is learning to be honest again, know that it's safe for you to be honest, and it is okay for you to be honest, and that's something you should embrace. As well, for the ones that are just no filter, blunt, embrace that part of you, because it really does open the eyes and it really helps others, realize, whoa, I didn't realize this is how I was affecting this other person, But group number 2, overall, the angels want you to embrace the way you share your truth to the world. They want you to embrace your level of honesty. And if you're working on being honest, know that by being more honest, you're going to feel free and you're going to be loved by your group of people that are like-minded like you, and you're going to be able to weed out all the relationships that don't serve your higher purpose. The next card that we have here is how can you be more authentic? So the way that you're going to be more authentic is, this card is the disruption card. What that means is, with your truth, you're going, like with you being honest with others, you're really going to start breaking patterns within your family, within your relationships, and just with anyone who's around you in general. And that's going to cause a disruption to other people's foundations. That's going to cause a disruption even to your own foundation, because by sharing your truth, group number 2, it's really going to make you realize things that you were hiding away from yourself and others, and it's going to break apart this old foundation that you created, group number 2. But with the disruption card, know that the way you can be more authentic is by embracing your truth, saying it out loud. Obviously, don't be like extremely rude and disrespectful, but you can be honest in a very assertive manner, and that's what the angels want you to know. Especially for those people that are blunt, you can be honest by being assertive. And if you don't know what assertive means, look up the definition in Google. It's a way in which you communicate by being respectful, but by also not, shying away from your truth. It's a very balanced way of communication, group number 2. But yeah, in order for you to be authentic, the way you can be more authentic is by, throwing away that foundation that you created and rebuilding a new one, throwing away those old patterns of beliefs and really creating what is truth to you, group number 2. Now, for the next card, we're asking the angels, how can your authenticity help for the higher good? We have the heart chakra. This is very beautiful, group number 2. So with the heart chakra, with you being honest, you're going to be opening the hearts of many others. You're going to be shedding the light in the lives of others that they did not see the truth. That you're going to be setting them free, and you're going to be removing that fear that they're holding in their heart chakra, group number 2. And that's something very beautiful, because something that the angels are letting me know is that fear really closes the heart chakra, and when you speak your truth, you will be dissolving that fear from many people around you, and that will be opening their heart chakra one more time, and that's going to help them connect to the universe. That's going to help them connect to source directly and embrace that unconditional love, and it will help them move forward in their life. It's going to help them move forward in their spiritual journey and their growth, group number 2. So your truth, being who you are, whether that is being LGBT, you're going to inspire more people. You're going to be an inspiration to those that still don't feel confident to come out and embrace and dress the way they want to. For the ones that are learning to be honest and learning what their truth is, by discovering that and rebuilding your foundation and really just being honest with yourself, you're going to open your own heart chakra, and that energy, that aura is going to spread all around you, and it's going to be impacting people around you, and it's going to create a sense of peace and love that when people hang around you or are near you, they're gonna be like, wow, every time I'm near you, I notice that I feel so at peace and so at love, and it's a beautiful energy. That's what they want you to embrace and be, and it's gonna help the higher good. For the ones that are very blunt, no filter, group number 2, you guys are gonna break apart the foundation of others. You're gonna shed light on that truth, which is going to open their heart chakra and dissolve the fears that they hold. Group number 2, with your truth, you're going to dissolve a lot of fears that humanity is holding on to. And even though you're like, whoa, but I'm just one person, know that one person in their lifetime usually impacts about 70,000 people. That's because the person you impacted, they share it with someone else, those people share with someone else, and it just becomes like a huge chain effect in which something that you did can create an impact in 70,000 people's lives. Remember that. Don't ever forget that. That's something that the angels want you to remember always and forever. Now, what old habits and systems do you need to break free from? We have obstacles and challenges with this card, group number 2. So with this card that I'm getting is that the angels really want you to break free from really being closed-minded and not listening to others. They really want you to break free from society norms, their judgments, and the challenges. What I'm getting, group number 2, is that because of who you are and how you share your truth, a lot of people are placing judgments, ideologies, and just their negative energy on you, and the angels want you to know that you can push through that energy by embracing yourself and being a beacon of love. Love dissolves everything. It really does. Anyone can send you bad juju, and if you're in that good love vibrational energy that vibrates faster and higher than any bad juju, that dissolves before even touching you. Remember that, group number 2. That's something that the angels want you to know. They also want you to let go of these fears and these pessimistic thoughts that you have about the world and yourself. They also want you to let go of hatred that you carry in your heart because of people that have harmed you and said things about you or bullied you, things like that, group number 2. I'm really getting very strongly right now, group number 2, that the angels want you to let go of that hatred that you are holding on to. Let it go. Be aware of where that hatred comes from. Honor those feelings, because it wasn't fair that they treated you the way they did, and it wasn't fair that you had to go through that. It was not fair at all, and no one deserves to go through what you went through, group number 2. The angels want you to understand that, yeah, what happened to you was messed up. But don't let that bile and that anger keep brewing in you, because it's only harming you now and it's not harming them. So instead, bring light to yourself, let go of those judgments that were placed upon you, and break free and speak your truth. Speak your truth, because you are going to set yourself free and you're going to set thousands of others free. You're going to be an inspiration. That is what your truth is supposed to bring to this world, group number 2. And lastly, what will your life look like after embracing these changes? We have new beginnings. This is a beautiful spread that you guys have, group number 2. Once you're able to embrace your truth, be who you are, open your heart chakra, because you'll be opening the heart chakra of hundreds and thousands of others, and letting go of that hatred that you're still holding on to, whether it was from your childhood, your teenage, adult, even more recent life. The angels want you to know, when you are able to let go of that and you're able to speak in your truth, beautiful new things are going to happen. You're going to be like the magician. You're going to be someone who is going to create the life that you want, and your reality and your perspective on the world is going to change. There's going to be people that love you, but most importantly, you're going to be walking a path in which you inspire so many that's going to bring you fulfillment and gratitude. And the angels want you to know that just because people aren't coming up to you, letting you know that you inspired them, doesn't mean that you're not an inspiration. You truly are. And the people around you that respect you and love you know that. So don't forget that, group number 2. Lastly, what I'm getting is, once you're able to embrace these changes, you're going to feel like you're walking on water. You're going to look back to your past and be grateful of how far you've come. You're going to be able to bring in those healthy relationships, and you're really going to be able to manifest the type of love that you want, the type of career things that you want. It's going to be a way in which many new opportunities are going to open up for you, and you're just going to feel so grateful because you're being honest with yourself, and you're just going to feel free. You're going to feel free and in love. And that's such a beautiful feeling to be able to carry for the rest of your life, group number 2. So I'll end your reading here. If you feel like this reading helped you, go ahead and share this video to others that you think it could help. Also, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't done so already, subscribe to my channel. It really does help me grow. Thank you to the ones who have already subscribed. I very much appreciate you and I'm thankful. And if you made it this far into your reading, go ahead and leave a little heart emoji in the comments down below. I appreciate all of you who leave comments. Thank you so much. And if you'd like a personal private reading, feel free to look at my Etsy shop. You can find the link in the description box down below. Thank you so much, group number 2. And until next time, bye-bye. Hi, group number 3. Welcome to your reading. Today we are doing an Aquarius reading in which we are asking the angels what you can do to anchor yourself into this energy, what part of yourself you should embrace, how can you be more authentic, how can your authenticity help the higher good, what old habits and systems do you need to break free from, and what will your life look like after embracing these changes. So the first card that we have here is the Magician. So group number 3 with the Magician card, in order to anchor yourself with the Aquarius energy, you need to be confident. You need to be self-assured and feel safe within your environment, feel safe with yourself. And you also need to know that you have the power to embrace all of this Aquarian energy, which is innovation, authenticity, freedom, humanitarianism. And group number 3 with the Magician card, I'm really getting that you need to watch out for your thoughts. Now, they want you to really have more of positive thoughts. So what that means is when you're realizing that you're worried about something, pray about it. Send it to the angels, send it to God, send it to the universe, whatever word it is that you feel comfortable, send it to them because they are more than happy to take care of it. If you feel anxious, take some time to ground yourself, but send to the universe those anxieties that you have, pinpoint them, realize where that anxiety is coming from, and pray about it and send it to the universe so that they can alchemize that energy into love. That's something that the angels really want you to know, that all these thought forms that you have, like the ones where you're like creates a lot of anxiety, fears, or sadness for you, you can alchemize those thoughts, change the vibration of them into something more like unconditional love, group number 3. But definitely, in order for you to stand in the Aquarius energy and anchor yourself, you need to be self-assured and embrace your confidence. Now, what part of yourself do you need to embrace, group number 2? I have your charisma. This is the 2 of fire. So group number 3, what you need to embrace is your charisma. You need to embrace how good you are with talking to people, the charmer that you are. It seems that you've been shamed for being like flirtatious, for being charming, and just overall your charismatic quality and your ability to really talk to others and get through the world. Group number 3, the angels want you to embrace that. Don't feel ashamed of that. Don't feel guilty for that. You know, embrace your ability to be able to communicate with others. Embrace your ability to be able to build relationships with others. You're very much like the Libra energy that people are always like, oh, you're so flirtatious. But it's not that you're flirtatious. Sometimes you're just nice and people take it as you're being flirty, or sometimes you're just having fun and it doesn't mean that you're actually trying to be flirty. You're just enjoying the moment and being cheeky about it, you know? But definitely group number 3, that's something about you that you really need to embrace and be grateful for. And the way you could be more authentic is you guys have the Queen of Water. So the way you could be more authentic is with you being charismatic, they also want you to be tender-hearted, empathic, patient, and loving. They want you to really add these qualities in all these relationships in which you're able to develop. And those are going to give you such fulfilling relationships and value and intimacy in your relationships. And that's something that you're craving. You're craving this extraness that you don't know what it is, and it could be that's why you're misunderstood. What I'm getting group number 3 from the angels is that you are truly craving these vulnerable, intimate, deep emotional relationships, but because you're unable to do that, you tend to just be flirty and go here and there and look around instead of committing to the people that you already are in your life, group number 3. The angels are also wanting me to let you know is that there's nothing wrong with you being charismatic and charming. That's a beautiful quality. Just be more empathic and patient and loving and tender-hearted to the people around you, and really start working on the relationships that you already have. Don't get distracted with the new shiny relationship that's walking by or coming into your life. They really want you to take the time to really nurture your current relationships. And when you're able to nurture those current relationships, that charisma that you have, you're going to be able to use it full blown in these deeply developed relationships. You're going to feel this fulfillment that you're just going to be like, wow, I didn't know that's what I needed. I didn't know that I was missing out in life, and all I wanted was to be seen, to be understood, and feel that connection. Group number 3. The angels want you to know that it is important for you to really develop a deep level of relationships. And it's not gonna stop you from being flirty, cheeky, or charismatic or anything like that. No, it's just gonna give you that extra something that you felt was missing in all your relationships. And by focusing in your current relationships, you're gonna learn how to be that empathic, patient, loving, tender-hearted person. And that's going to get you really far. And because you create that, you'll be able to develop your intuition, and you'll be able to be able to pinpoint the people that aren't good for you and are just using you, and you'll be able to identify the people that are truly there supporting you every step of the way. Group number 3, I'm getting from the angels that you tend to not notice who is really there for you and who isn't, and by really becoming and dealing with your current relationships and becoming that tender-hearted person, your intuition is going to build, and you're going to be able to identify the red flags and the green flags in all kinds of relationships, platonic and romantic. And you're going to be able to surround yourself with people that are really going to fulfill you emotionally, because that is the extra something that you're missing, and you keep looking around by being flirty and charismatic with a whole bunch of random people. Like I said, that is a skill to be proud of. You just need to learn to balance it. And the way you're going to learn is by working and committing to all the relationships that you currently have, group number 3. Now, how is your authenticity going to be used for the higher good? We have the renewal card. So group number 3, by you being charismatic, you being digging deep into your relationships, you're going to be teaching others renewal. You're going to be teaching others that you may have, what I'm getting is that people will think that they've reached a certain block in their relationships, whether it's romantic and platonic, but because you've done the work to really build that deep emotional connection, instead of just falling in love with people who they are in that moment in time, you're actually going to fall in love with everything that they are. You're going to fall in love with their growth, with their, quirks. You're going to fall in love with their values. You're going to fall in love with the whole person instead of just the little things that they showed you here and there. I'm not sure if that makes sense, group number 3, but what the angels are letting me know is that with you really being charismatic, digging deep into your relationships, the current ones that you have, you're gonna learn that all relationships have deep growth and they're ever changing. They're always changing. And every time you have to meet that person again and again and again, because no one stays the same. Over time, we all change. And with that knowledge, when you talk to people and people ask you, hey, like, how is it that you have these long-lasting friendships or long-lasting relationships? You're going to be able to teach these people that all relationships are changing and they're always renewing. There's so much renewal over and over and over, and you have to learn to really get to know the person as a whole and for everything that they are, and understand their quirks and understand yourself too, because you need to understand yourself before you can meet someone else fully. But once you're able to do that, others are going to be like, wow, you're going to open their eyes on how relationships should look like, on how to be loyal, how people can stay continuing to have that spark in their relationships, how you could have a friendship of 20 years and you guys still act like you guys just met when you guys were teens and everything is just like new and exciting. You're going to be able to teach others around you about how relationships really involve meeting the person as a whole, understanding that people will always change and it's not your job to box them, and that if you truly love them as a friend or as romantic, if you truly love this person romantically or platonically, you're going to be accepting and be able to embrace everything that they are for who they are. And that's going to be something that you're going to be able to teach others, and others are going to be able to have more fulfilling relationships. It will give others the opportunity to take the time to build their community, build bonds with one another, but most importantly, to not be afraid to be vulnerable. Group number 3, that is what you're here. You're here to learn how to be vulnerable. You have your charisma. Now that you have your charisma, you take that to the next level and bring in that vulnerability and that intimacy to your relationships, romantic and platonic. And therefore, you're going to teach other people, whether it is through random conversations out and about, how to be vulnerable and how it is safe to be vulnerable and intimate, especially if you are someone who shuts off, their emotions and just don't talk about them. You're going to change in a way when you embrace this to be more vulnerable and intimate, and that's going to bring you fulfillment. Group number 3. The next card that we have is what old habits and systems you need to break free from. We have here the Unity card. So group number 3, this falls along with the renewal. The old habits that they want you to let go of is, if you identify as male, they want you to let go of this stereotype that men don't show emotions, that men can't be sensitive, that men aren't allowed to, feel. And if you identify as female, they want you to let go of this idea that women are just sensitive, crazy creatures, which is not true. They want you to let go of this idea that women are just made to please others and can't be assertive. They want you to break these stereotypes that we have for men and women. And if you're non-binary, then break all of that. You're already breaking it with being who you are, You're breaking those stereotypes, and that's something very wonderful and that's something very beautiful. But the angels really want you to break away from those stereotypes of what a woman should be like and what a man should be like and what gender is. So yeah, do you. Embrace your sensitivity, embrace your assertiveness. If you're more like, just bring balance. That's all they want you to do. Bring balance within yourself and really just break away from those stereotypes. Now, what will your life look like after embracing these changes? The last card that we have here is the World card, group number 3. Now, with the World card, group number 3, it means that you'll have the ultimate freedom to live the life you want to live. You'll have the ultimate freedom to truly manifest with the universe the type of life you want to live. You will feel fulfilled. You will feel happy. You will have a deep connection with spirit and with the earth. And it's just going to be something in which you will have a lot of joy, contentment, and gratitude. You will walk a path of enlightenment, and you will walk the path of true authenticity and embracing who you are and building those authentic, emotional, and vulnerable, intimate connections, because that's really what you're here to do, to learn yourself first and then to teach to the rest of the world, whether, like I said, through random conversation or through people who just see you and they're like, wow, that is an inspiration. How are they able to have these types of relationships, these healthy, beautiful relationships? But definitely, group number 3, the angels really want you to learn to identify the people that are there for you and are actually supporting you compared to the people who are just using you. Okay. But yeah, group number 3, if you embrace these changes and you begin to be who you really are and you go on this path of this journey of growth and building these intimate relationships, you are going to be happy. You're going to feel rich and abundant in many different ways. But I think what I'm feeling is that you're going to be able to know how limitless you are and your ability to manifest the things that you want in your life, group number 3. Well, I'll end your reading there. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. If you feel like this video can help others, go ahead and share this video. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to my channel. It really helps me grow. To my subscribers, thank you so much for being here with me and supporting me. I do appreciate you. Also, if you made it this far into your reading, go ahead and leave a little star emoji in the comments down below. And if you'd like a private personal reading, you can find the link to my Etsy shop in the description box down below. Thank you so much, group number 3. And until next time, bye-bye. Hi, group number 4. Welcome to your reading. Today we are doing a reading about the Aquarius season, in which we will be asking the angels what you can do to anchor yourself into the Aquarius energy season, what part of yourself you should embrace, how can you be more authentic, how you can use your authenticity for the higher good of all, what old habits and old systems you need to break free from, and what will your life look like once you embrace all these changes. So the first card that we have here is transformation. Group number 4, in order for you to anchor yourself into the Aquarius season, they want you to know that transformation is normal. They want you to be more open-minded about change. Change is inevitable. It's something that is constant and it's something that is always happening. And they want you to let go of those fears of change, those fears of moving on and just moving forward with their life. Overall, group number 4, the angels want you to know that transformation is something that is beautiful, something that it's always going to happen, whether you're 13, whether you're 25, 30, 50, 70. Hey, you can even transform and change as a person at the age of 90 or 100. Transformation is something that happens always, and the angels want you to be more open-minded about that and to let go of those fears about change and transformation. The next card that we have here is what parts of you should embrace, and we have the heartache and loss. So group number 4, what I'm getting here is that they want you to embrace your past. They want you to embrace everything that you've gone through. Don't be ashamed of everything you have lived through, because that creates your story, and you wouldn't be who you are today if it wasn't for everything you've gone through. Obviously, it wasn't something that was filled with butterflies and happiness and rainbows. It was something that was filled with darkness, with heartache and loss, a lot of grief. And group number 4, they want you to embrace your past. They want you to embrace all of that, because it's made you stronger, it's made you resilient, and your past does not identify you for who you are now. They want you to understand the past taught you lessons, but how you came out of those situations is what makes you as a person now. And what I'm getting is that you are someone strong. You are someone who is independent, someone who is resilient, and still kind, and still has a beautiful heart. Group number 4, that's something that they want you to embrace, your heart, that even though you've gone through everything you went through, you still have love inside of you. Group number 4. Now, how can you be more authentic? The next card that we have is disconnect and boredom. So what this means, group number 4, in order for you to be more authentic, you need to be okay with the feeling of boredom. You need to let go of the people that are harming you. You need to let go of the environments that aren't helping you continue to grow and move forward in your life. You need to break free and be like a free bird. Dive into new hobbies, dive into new adventures. Don't be afraid to step out of the box. Group number 4. The angels want you to know that just because people are doing it a certain way doesn't mean that you are meant to blend into the crowd. It just means that you're on your path, and with you trying out new things and being more adventurous, you're going to find your people, you're going to find your community, and you're going to create your safe space. You're going to create a healthy, happy environment, and that's how you're going to be more authentic. You're going to be more authentic by disconnecting yourself from society's norms or the expectations, and really just adventuring out and trying all the things you've always wanted to try, but you never done because either you think you're not good enough, or that stuff is for other people, or you don't fit the quote unquote, look or personality for those type of things that you've always wanted to try. Group number 4. And how can you use your authenticity for the higher good? We have acceleration and motion. So group number 4, when you start exploring, adventuring, and really just trying out, because what I'm getting, group number 4, from the angels is that you feel like you don't know what it is that you want or you like, or what you want from life in general. But with you adventuring out and exploring, like, you're going to be an inspiration to others. You're going to be that shooting star, and people are going to look at you and going to be inspired. They're going to be motivated. They're going to want to do the same. They'll be inspired to go on their own adventure, their own journey to self-discovery, to spiritual growth. They will definitely look at you as a beacon of hope, a beacon of light, and they'll look at you with astonishment, like, wow, this person, with everything that they've gone through, they've been able to overcome and come out as a beautiful human being still. They don't allow their past to chain them down. They don't allow their past to create this kind of stamp on their forehead saying this is who they are. No, they created themselves. They explored, and now they know who they are, what they like, and what they don't want in life. And that is going to help many others do the same thing. And with that, you're going to be able to spread love and inspiration. Inspiration is probably the most beautiful feeling you can give to others, because that inspiration helps them begin to discover themselves. You're going to be that spark of light in these people's lives that is going to make them question who they are and if they even enjoy what they're doing. And then they're going to start exploring and they're going to be rediscovering themselves, and that's going to connect them to source. And that's what you're here to do with embracing your authentic self. Now, what old habits and systems do you need to break free from? We have material and spiritual prosperity. So with this card, group number 4, the things that you need to break free from are like the material expectations, the expectations of being married at a certain age, owning a house at a certain age, living on your own at a certain age. The material aspect is what you're supposed to break free from. And also, I'm getting the same for spirituality. Maybe you were someone who was very into a certain spiritual aspect, and they want you to break free from that and be open to all different spiritualities out there. You know, like there's people that just do channeling and they speak to starseeds people, but there's people out there who are starseed and they're able to channel from Arcturians and the Palladians and things like that. And the angels want you to be open to all the spiritualities that are out here in the universe, because you're going to be able to have a lot of growth from that. You're going to have a lot of epiphanies from that, and you're not going to close yourself on how like certain things are supposed to be made and done. You know, every person is different and every person experiences spirituality in a very different way. You know, there's not one way to clean crystals. There's not one way to be spiritual. It is literally like a huge umbrella, and just explore it all. Break free from like the little boxes you created about spirituality, as well as material abundance. You know, they want you to break free from the idea of what material abundance looks like and really change that, because that's how you're going to be able to embrace more abundance in your life, group number 4. And lastly, what will your life look like after embracing all these changes? We have the card here says mental conflicts, but I'm really called into this part of the card. This is actually the part of the card that I'm reading. With this card, group number 4, your brain, your spirit is going to expand in such a huge way. You're going to be able to just embrace change as a whole, and you're always going to be transforming. This is not a bad thing, group number 4. This is a beautiful thing, because that means that you're not going to stay stuck. You're going to keep growing. You're going to keep moving forward. And know that once you've done so much growth, you don't have to go through pain to learn. You don't have to go through hardships to spiritually evolve. When you are learning and transforming, there comes a point where you realize, you know what? Let me trust my intuition, and I could avoid all this hardship and conflict. Let me listen to the universe and follow their guidance, and all that drama that happened in the past, it's gonna not happen. Therefore, the change and the transformation is gonna be easier and it's gonna be smoother. But what I'm seeing right here is a lot of sparkles, a lot of turquoise light. The turquoise color is a color of healing, a color of spiritual growth. And just overall, group number 4, when you embrace these changes, you're gonna be ascending to the 5D, to everything that is above, and you're gonna be grounded in that spiritual unconditional love that you're gonna be able to spread to the world and alchemize for yourself to meet all your material and spiritual needs, group number 4. But I think I'll end your reading here. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. If you like this message and you feel like others can benefit from this message, go ahead and share this video. And if you haven't done so already, subscribe to my channel. It really helps me grow. And to the people that are already my subscribers, thank you so much for being here with me. Thank you so much for your support. I appreciate you all from the bottom of my heart. And if you made it this far into the video, go ahead and leave like a little butterfly emoji in the comments down below. And if you'd like a personal private reading, I do offer those. You can find the link to my Etsy shop in the description box down below. But thank you so much for your time, and until next time, bye-bye.